Hello, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair with a few notes on repairing Sony KDL-55W900A. Probably a few others. This is an edge-lit TV, and it's a big ordeal to get down to the LED strips. They are on the left and right side of the panel, not on top and the bottom as usual. And well, I guess they can be bad in different ways, but because they're multi-strip controlled. On one strip there are multiple circuits that are being controlled and turned on. So even if one of them fails, usually the TV comes up and then shuts off after a while as the LED driver detects that one of those circuits or more are not working well. So the typical failure for this will be the TV coming up and showing image for a few seconds and then shutting down with an error code. I don't remember how many blinks it was, but that's what it is. And what I want to show you is several things. I'm not showing you how to get to here, and it is a royal pain in the butt. It's doable, but it is a pain in the butt. I plan for a lot of time. If you're a TV repair guy, plan for cheap parts and lots of labor. Here's the fun thing though. One thing that I wanted to show you is this is the LED strip, and notice how clear the LEDs are, well, except the ones that are burned. They're on the other side. I'm not going to show them now, but as usual when we replace LED strips, we replace all of them. I mean, if this is burned and it's one of hundreds, tens, you don't have to replace just that one LED or just that strip and then put the whole thing together only to see customer returning 2 weeks later because another LED fell. Those all work together, and yes, some of them will fail before others, but basically when they start failing, they will keep on failing. So when you replace all of them. That is the only proper way to do it, and we've been preaching it for years. But what I wanted to show you is this stays in front of the LEDs. So the strip is here on a heatsink, and in front of it is that window. And here's what's funny and I find interesting. The window itself is burned where the LEDs are. The LEDs are clear, again, except the one that is burned. It's on the other side of the TV, and if you don't know how a burned LED does look like, it looks a lot like this. But here's what I find interesting. Over time, apparently those are burned well where the light is very strong and the heat is big too. Apparently over time the TV will get less bright because of those, because there's no way this can be right in front of the LED and not decrease the amount of light that goes through. So naturally, if your LED, and I haven't seen that with others, this is mostly because that's probably just the lens, that's the equivalent of the lens, which is dissipating the light, as I'm used to seeing in the standard light. It doesn't seem rounded. But what I find interesting is that naturally over the course of time, this TV and all others like it will apparently start getting darker because of all those burnings. And this is one explanation of, you know, if customer complains that it starts looking darker, I wouldn't have thought of something like that. I would have thought of many other things, but with all the experience that we have here replacing LED strips, this is something that I haven't seen before. So bear that in mind, and again, when you replace those, replace all four of them. They are two left, two right, they're the same. This is NLAC20217R, and the one here will be L. It's still inside, and I have to cut it, and once you cut it, you have to clean all the back sides where the strip goes. It's a lot of work, a lot of labor, but it is doable. It's just very time consuming and expensive. Best of luck, and hope that was helpful.